What is up everyone and welcome to a PowerPC related video. I've had people literally screaming at me to have a look at the iMac G3. I promised iMac G3 videos a little while ago, and to be honest, I can't even remember what the hell I was going to do with the damn thing, but it's been sitting upstairs and a load of you mention it every single time it pops up in the corner of one of my videos. I get a flood of people asking me to make a video about the iMac G3. Now, it's no secret that I'm getting rid of it. This is in my pile of stuff to go. I just do not have space for it, but the least I can do before I get rid of it is make a couple of videos about it. Now, the cool thing is I don't remember the specs, and the last video I made on this was before loads and loads of you subscribed, so it's likely that you've never seen it on the channel. I haven't booted it up in a while, so today we're going to boot it up. We're going to take a little look at the specifications. We'll also take a little look around the machine. Now, one quick note, I know that Niall from the PowerPC Hub was looking at buying this off me, but I think he only wanted the power supply as a donor part to his iMac G3. I'm not 100% sure, but I haven't spoken to him in a little while, and I'm not sure if we're going to go through with that particular deal. As well, I wasn't very aware at the time of how much these iMacs are worth, and at this current moment in time, they are worth next to nothing, unfortunately, because they are, you know, so old and unusable in most people's eyes, but they are gorgeous, gorgeous machines. There is a special place in my heart for the iMac G3, and I believe most Mac fans have a special place in their heart for an iMac G3. But anyway, before I ramble on any longer, let's take a closer look at this machine. So here it is, as you can see, iMac G3 slot load graphite, a fairly common model. I believe this was from somewhere around the middle of the iMac G3's life, so around 99, 2000, somewhere around there. I'm not too sure on the processor speed. It could be rocking around 400 or 500 megahertz. I'm really not too sure, I can't remember, but we will find out before long. As you guys can see, 15-inch screen, of course, nice curved CRT. They still look gorgeous in terms of quality, in my opinion. You've got the wonderful sounding speakers on the front of these. These are great sounding iMacs, and maybe I'll put a song or two on a USB stick and we'll take a listen to it through the iMac speakers. It's not a tray load, like I said, it's a slot load, and I've never had a tray load model. I've had two slot load models. This is my second one, and I've had this for so long now. I actually got my original iSight with this, along with a couple of other goodies, and I got it in a car boot sale. And I believe I got the other one in the car boot sale also. They popped up around a similar time, but the other one I bought and sold very soon on eBay. I never got it to work, but this one actually works. So we'll take a closer look at the ports on the machine, and that may give us a more clear indication as to what kind of model this is. So around the side we've got Ethernet, two USBs, they're obviously 1.1, 56K dial-up modem, two FireWire, 400 ports, and of course your audio ports for microphone and speakers / headphones. There are also two audio ports on the front, I believe. I believe there are two anyway. And you've got a bit of sellotape here because there may or may not be a crack in the case. I'm not 100% sure what is happening with this sellotape. I don't think there's a crack in the case. I think it's just stuck there. But yeah, that is the ports on the side. And a little bit of dodgy, shaky camera work off the tripod for a second, because we've got a look around the bum area of the iMac G3. Here you can see the VGA output for display mirroring only. You could hook them up to projectors or whatever, and there is the IEC input. So this is a later model. I don't think it's an iMac DV. It could be from when they standardized the VGA ports in the back, but I'm no expert on iMac G3 history anyway. I kind of have a decent brain for remembering old Mac specifications and how they changed over the years, but in terms of iMacs, there are just so many. There's not that many G3s, but you know, it's hard to, once you get the iMac G4 and the iMac G5 in the mix, it's hard to start memorizing the specs. But while I've got the camera in my hands then, as you guys can see, lovely graphite finish. You can see the internals there perfectly, and of course this wonderful handle. I might as well take this opportunity to have a couple of close-up shots of the iMac. Nice Apple logo on the back. Stunning, stunning designed piece of kit. Absolutely wonderful. So yeah, I'm going to set this up, plug it into power, and we're going to boot it up. So here we have the little stand extended out. I love this because it raises the iMac to a perfect level when it's sitting on the desk. Here we have the keyboard. This is the later keyboard. The ones before this were smaller. I actually have a standard original Apple USB Blueberry keyboard along with the puck mouse. I use the keyboard in my studio, believe it or not, connected to my G5 because it's nice and small, and I have the puck mouse in the drawer. I don't have them because I got them with an iMac or anything like that. I bought them separately on eBay just so that I had the complete blue and white G3 collection. As you guys know, I'm more of a Power Mac person than an iMac person, but I do have a massive, massive soft spot for these, like I said. And I've got this cheapo USB PC ball mouse, which is all well and good. I don't know where this came from, but it's been knocking about in the past couple of videos, so I thought I might as well use it. Okay, so let's jab the power button and see what happens. 3, 2, 1, go. And there is the hard drive spun up. Hopefully you can hear that. There is the CRT making quite a noise. And there we go, we got some visual. Now, yeah, I've got macOS 9 on this puppy because I wanted to update the firmware. I believe that's why I put macOS 9 on here. But as you can hear, the hard drive is nice and loud. macOS 9.2. I wanted to put Tiger on this thing, so that's why I upgraded to OS 9. What I'm going to do, guys, is knock off my video lights and close the blind. Now we're talking, that's a bit better. So I actually got the official OS 9.2 disc with this iMac, and this is exactly what I used to install it. I either got it with the iMac or with my Power Mac, it's hard to remember now. But here it is, the macOS 9.2 desktop. And let's see if this ball mouse is working. Yes, it is. So, classic OS 9. I am not an OS 9 expert by any means, guys. I'm just going to pop this camera back on the tripod so that we can have a click around and see what's happening. Alright, because of the flickering of the CRT, guys, we're not going to spend too much time pointing the camera at the display. Just enough time so that, man, this mouse is terrible. There is something wrong with this mouse. Oh no. I'm gonna have to change I'm gonna have to change mice, guys. Oh, hang on. It just doesn't track in the up direction very well, and that's where I want to go. I want to go to the Apple menu. Let's see if I use my finger on the bottom of the mouse, it works a lot better. Okay, about this computer. Here we go. Ooh, my looks like the battery's run out because it's set to a year prior to 1975. That's okay. That's fine. Are you going to go away or are you going to stay there? This mouse scenario is a little bit annoying. There we go. Awesome. So as you can see, macOS 9.2, it's got 256 megs of RAM in here. Now I'm not sure if that's one stick or two sticks, but this is quite an early iMac, I think. Not too early, not totally early, but it is a little early. What I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to change mice to see if I can get something that's a little easier to use. So guys, I'm actually back to using the puck mouse. It works a lot better than that other piece of crap. I thought, just to be really retro, because I do have some of these retro things lying around, as you guys know, I thought we could play a CD of all things. I was gonna put some tracks on a USB stick, but then I thought, you know what, I got this CD hanging around. It's also copyright free because these are some tracks that I've been working on with a few people and I'm playing drums in them. So it gives me a chance to test the optical drive and also gives me a chance to listen to the iMac speakers and check out this retro. The keyboard volume control does indeed work with macOS 9, which is cool. There we go, the CD is right there. So is it going to automatically launch any kind of CD player? That's what I'm not too sure. By the way, guys, I'm a macOS 9 noob. I've never spent time playing around with it. There are the audio files. What happens when I double click on one? There we go. Wow, okay, cool. Yes, it is playing.
It's a powerful thing. It's a powerful thing.
Impressive speakers, guys, even after all this time. So on further inspection, this Mac has a 30GB hard drive, or it's coming up as 27.85, and check that out, guys. The operating system is so small compared to today. But yeah, 30GB drive, not bad at all. Anyway, let's quit that. Oh right, it still plays. Eject. Interesting, so it plays audio CDs, guys. What I'm going to do is stick a DVD in it. I'm going to stick a DVD in it to see if it plays DVD. I believe it does. I think it's got a DVD drive in it, because I remember playing a DVD on my first video with this machine. But we will take a close little look. I actually don't collect DVDs at all, guys. I never really have, so I've just picked a random one. I've got sort of maybe 10 or 20 DVDs around my room that are randomly there, and I've been trying to get rid of them as the years go by, but obviously, you know, Christmas presents and stuff pop up. But yes, I do believe this does play DVDs incredibly well as well. I'm only going to be able to show a tiny snippet of this film, of course, guys, because of copyright reasons. There we go, Apple DVD player. Check out how retro this is. Awesome. And the people over the other side of the fence, the Windows guys, were doing the same thing. The Microsoft guys at the time had all this bubbly kind of, you know, on Windows 98 and Windows 2000, or Windows ME, God forbid, had all of these impressive looking skins for Windows Media Player and stuff like that.
What to do with those shampoo bottles with...
Okay, so it plays DVDs absolutely fine, guys. That was only a bit of a trailer, but I'm always very cautious of copyright these days, especially since the issues I had on the channel. So it recognised the... Oh, no, come on. Ah, yeah, see? It's a little dodgy on the eject. I can feel the disc trying to come out. I may have to give it a helping hand somehow. I may now have a stuck disc. Come on. Ah, nearly had it. This optical drive has become a little weak over time. Let's try again. I got it. I've got it. There it is. Great. So, yeah, this poor little thing is a little bit tired. Oh, I tell you what I have found, guys. I have found Internet Explorer. More specifically, Internet Explorer 5. Let's load this up. I actually still had this installed on my white MacBook in 2007, because Internet Explorer was still slightly maybe-ish considered a maybe alternative browser in 2007 on your Mac. It probably wasn't actually. Maybe the last kind of breath of Internet Explorer on Mac was around 2006. Of course, it can't connect to the internet. I haven't got this machine hooked up to the internet. I'm an OS 9 noob, guys. I do believe there is like a system profiler or a system profiler equivalent, but I can't find it. So what I think I'm going to do is maybe call it for this video, because we've had a little look at this iMac. And what I may do is make a future video very soon, next week or something, updating the firmware, because I still didn't manage to do that successfully. Updating the firmware and then installing Tiger, and then seeing if we can get a game running on this thing. But I do believe it is around 450 megahertz. So what I'm going to do is shut this iMac down. We are done with it for today. So in this very short video, we've only scratched the surface of PowerPC Macs once again. I do keep getting requests to cover more PowerPC stuff. As you guys know, the Hackintosh Part 5 is on the way, along with all the associated things that come along with that. I've also got very, very exciting news in terms of the Ultimate Desk setup and a huge upgrade I'll be getting. There's loads and loads of cool stuff to come, but the PowerPC stuff will always be chugging along on the channel. So the next goal I have for the PowerPC stuff is getting a version of OS X running on this, and possibly taking a look at some games, and or maybe if I do get some requests and some help, getting some games running on OS 9 if I can track any down. If anyone wants me to do that before upgrading to OS 10. So expect a couple more videos on the iMac G3 before I sell it. And then after that, PowerPC wise, I do want to get my PowerMac G3 up and running again, so replace the SSD, get all my files sorted, and install the selection of operating systems that I wanted to install all along on the G3. I wanted to get as many versions of OS 10 as I could installed on the G3. So this has been my iMac G3, not to be confused with my PowerMac G3. It's quite a different looking computer, so hopefully everyone is still following me. Thank you very much for watching, everyone, and of course I will see you in tomorrow's video.